I'm Elena Flowers. I'm the director of the genomics program here at the UCSF School of Nursing. And in order to better understand how genomics is being integrated into healthcare and some of the patient experiences, I decided to have my own genome sequenced. And so I asked my colleague, Heather, who is also a nurse practitioner, if she would be willing to kind of go through this experience with me.
Having that information before I opened it up, I was concerned about what if we find out something terrible. And Elena is similar to me. She has 2 young children, and what will this mean for her and her as a mother and her children?
And so I looked very quickly at it and could tell sort of at the first pass that there weren't any really clinically worrisome results, which was reassuring, of course. I'm a carrier for some very rare diseases, but I kind of thought, well, my children are now 3 and 6 and they're healthy, so this won't be significant for them. Then it occurred to me that had I not had children, I might have had a really different perspective on what carrier status might mean and how that what kind of implications that might have for decision making. It resonates with me a little bit more, the importance of providing counseling about the results. Certainly interpretation is required, and I think guidance is really important. People shouldn't just be getting this stuff in the mail. I recently attended a seminar in San Diego that's connected with the program that provided my genome sequencing service. One part of the seminar was this software app that allows us to access our genetic information. And it's very cool to sort of look at images of chromosomes and to be able to then zoom in on those chromosomes and literally read the nucleotide sequence of your own genome. All kinds of information is just sitting and waiting for me to potentially look at it. And so it's sort of a lifetime now of constant decisions. So I feel like I was handed this incredibly powerful tool to understand my biology, which is my entire genome written down in a book, more or less. But I'm kind of left to my own devices to find resources or experts to kind of guide me through the process of how to read that book.
So I think one of the harder things with interpreting results is understanding how that patient might respond to the information and trying to develop a good way of explaining the information to the patient so that they're not completely freaked out and concerned about all of the implications right now and in the future.
We're very much in the beginning stages in terms of understanding how to leverage this technology in clinical care. And I think a lot of what happens in the direct-to-consumer realm will actually drive how this gets integrated into clinical care. So it's really important that we think carefully about how we want to move from there into the clinical setting. Some of the biggest questions are around the social and ethical implications related to genomic testing. And in our next installment, we're going to begin to delve into some of those questions in more detail.